Hi students, my name is Jonathan De Silva and I am a Jesuit seminarian residing at St. Brito's, Mapsa. I will be producing a few series of videos which will serve as a basis to understand quadratic equations and the various methods to solve them. Keeping in mind that we have students at different understanding levels when it comes to maths. So, I will be defining some very basic key concepts for the benefit of all. I hope you like and understand the videos. Thank you. So, welcome back. And let me begin by defining something known as quadratic equation. So what is a quadratic equation? An equation whose highest order or degree is 2 is called a quadratic equation, and I will put this in a general form. The general form as ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Now if you all see, the highest order or the power of x is 2. So the given equation is an example of a quadratic equation, and of course this is a general form of a quadratic equation. Any equation we can write in this form. And what is a, b and c? A, b and c are nothing but constant numbers. They can have any values, provided we have one condition, that the value of a is not equal to 0. The condition is a does not equal to 0, because what happens if a is equal to 0, then this whole term will get eliminated and we won't get a quadratic equation. So a quadratic equation is an equation whose highest order or degree is 2. So I hope you all understood what is a quadratic equation. Now, having defined what is a quadratic equation, I will move on to word problems involving quadratic equations. Now we have to keep in mind that our primary goal is to formulate an equation. It's not necessary that you have to use a formula method or the factorization method to solve them. You are free to use any method when a word problem is given. So one exercise that I will move on to is from your textbooks only. A simple one to begin with is that the sum of two numbers is 27. We have to understand what the data is given to us. The sum of two numbers is 27. So I will formulate it this way. Let one number be x and the other be 1. Now their sum is 27. I will call this as equation 1. Then they have given me that the product of these two numbers is 182. So again I will take the two numbers and their product. I don't know what their numbers are. So one I will denote it as x, the other as y. Their product is 182. Now the beauty of equation is that this is a system of equations, which means there is more than one equation. So I have to substitute either 1 in 2 or 2 in 1, and that will give me a quadratic equation. Now if I see at the first equation, it is a linear equation where the powers of both the terms x and y are 1. But if you see the second equation, I can substitute those values in the first equation and I can make it as a quadratic equation. So I know the product of these two is 182. So x can be 182 by y. I'm just substituting xy is equals to 182. So x is equals to 182 by y. Y will go to the other side in the denominator's place. I will call this as equation 3. Then what I can do, as I told you all, we must form the equations first and then substitute one equation to the other. So I will put this in equation 1. So I will, x now will become as 182 by y. 182 by y plus y will give me 27, and this I will call it as equation 4. So I hope my steps are clear till here. So we have got this equation 182 by y plus y is equals to 27. Now there is one rule, which is a simplified rule, that whenever I multiply the equation, the both sides of the equation by a constant, it does not change, the equation does not change. So this same equation, if I multiply it by y, then what I will get? 182, y and y will get cancelled, plus y square is equals to 27y. I will call this as equation 5. Or in other words, for you all better to understand, is that cross multiplication I have done of y. Now I am going back to the general form of the equation. General form is ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Now are these equations in the same form? No. The equation number 5 is not in the form that is required. That is, the right hand side is not equal to 0. So I have to make it in that way. So y square plus 182 minus 27y. 27y, I am shifting it to the left hand side and the sign changes, is equals to 0. And just rearranging, I get y square minus 27y plus 182 is equals to 0. Now I have got this equation in the standard form. I will call this as equation number 6. Once again, let me remind you all, I am going by the basic steps for the benefit of all. Some of you all will be able to understand it in the first instance only. But for all of you all, for the benefit of those who cannot understand or you find it difficult to understand, I am going step by step. So I have got this in the required form. Now we can solve this by any method. If you all use the formula method, that is minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a, you will directly get two values of y and we will be done with the solution what we require. That is easy, but now what I want to focus upon is how to factorize. Now once again, let me remind you all, I am doing this for those who find it difficult to find the factors. For that, what I have to do? See the equation now. Now if I consider with ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0, I get a is equals to 1, I get b is equals to minus 27, and I get c is equals to 182. Of course, this equation is of the form of variable x and here I have put it as y. Doesn't make a difference, they are just only variables. You have to just look at the constant terms. So then what I will do? I have to remove factors. To remove factors, what I have to do? I have to see the multiplication of the first term, that is a and c, what it comes to. Now a, the coefficient of y square is 1. I can write y square as 1 y square. So 1 into 182. So this is what we are trying to split up, that is 182. Now that is, if that is 182, then I have to remove factors of this. Okay, I will just skip this side if things are not visible for you. 182 and I have to remove factors of those. We will begin with the smallest table which contains a multiple. If you see 2 has got 91. 2 91s are 182. Then what will be the next table? Will 3 contain 91? No. 90 it will contain a 93 but not 91. Will 4? No, because it's a odd number 91. 5? No. 90 will come and 95 will come. 6? No. Again because it's an odd number 91. 7? If I see 7 into 13, we get 91. Okay? 7 into 13 I get 91. And you all know 13, it won't come in any table except 1 and 13. And we don't consider table 1. So 13, 1s are 13 and we are done. Of course, if you do 13 into 7 into 2, it will come to 182 only, no doubt. Now I have to take those terms together such that their sum comes to minus 27. Product will definitely come. So how can I do that? If I take 7 into 2, what is 7 into 2? It's 14. And what remains is 13. So if I do, okay, the sign is minus 27 and the product should come as 182. So how is that possible? Either both the terms should be positive or both the terms should be negative in multiplication. As you all know, minus into minus is plus and plus into plus is definitely plus. No term can be negative. One term cannot be negative. Otherwise the product will get as minus only. So if I do 7 into 2, 14 and 13. What is minus 14 into minus 13? Minus 14 into minus 13. Okay? Minus and minus will be plus. 3 4s are 12. 3 1s are 3, 4. I take 0. 4 1s are 4. 1 1s are 1. 2, 8, 1. So we are getting. And see minus 14 and minus 13. What does their sum come to? It comes to minus 27. So we have got the factors that we require. And one caution I want to give you all. Go by the smallest table that includes the number. I cannot go directly by something called as a 26 into, I cannot go with a higher number because I may miss the factors. So I have to go table by table. I hope you all understood till here. Now we have already got the required factors. So I will just substitute these factors. So I will write this y square minus 14y minus 13y plus 182 is equals to 0. I will call this as equation 7. What I have done is just split the middle term as minus 14 and minus 13. Their sum comes to minus 27 and your product minus 14 into minus 13 comes to 182 as we saw already. Now it's simple, our job is simple. We have to just take the common terms. First two terms, what is common? Only y is common. So what will remain is y minus 14. Now okay, the simplest trick is when you take something common from the remaining two terms, you should get the other term as y minus 14 only. Now what is common? Minus 13 is common. So if I take y, then what will remain? Minus 14 will remain inside the bracket. And if I take the common things again, it is y minus 13 into y minus 14 is equals to 0. Basically what I have done is just I have put in brackets. When I multiply it, I will multiply y by the whole term y minus 14 and 13 I will multiply again by the whole term y minus 14. So y into y minus 14 minus 13 into y minus 14. This is what I have done. I hope I am clear till here. Now finally this is what the expression I have got. And the rule in mathematics is when the product of two numbers is 0, either one is 0 or both the numbers are 0. So like example, 1 into 0 is 0 or 0 into 0 is 0. But at least one number should be 0. That is a theory. And based on that, we get two different solutions of a quadratic equation. So that means y minus 13 should be 0 or y minus 14 should be 0. Having said that, if y minus 13 is equals to 0, then y will be 13. 13 will go to the right hand side and it will become positive. Or y will be 14. These are the two conditions that we get. So now we know that one of the number is either 13 or 14. So let me go back to the first equation that I formulated it as x plus y is equals to 27. Now y I have got as 13. So if I substitute x plus y, which is 13, is equals to 27, then x I will get it as 27 minus 13 is equals to 14. Okay, so first solution I get it as x I took it as 13 and y I took it as 14. This is a system of the solution, which are the two numbers. This is just the way things have been formulated. Other way around, if I take y, the second one, as 14 is equals to 27, then I will get x is equals to 27 minus 14. 14 will go to the right hand side and it will become negative, and x I will get it as 27 minus 14 is equals to 13. So the second solution set is I took y as 14 and x I got it as 30. So 13 comma 14. Okay, there's a, I did not write, I wrote this as the other way around. This is 14 comma 13. So basically what this means, these are the two systems of this equation, okay, which have given me two different values. It doesn't matter whether it is 13 or 14 or 14 or 13. The two numbers which you have to find, we have got it. So this is a solution. Therefore, the two numbers are 13 and 14. I hope you all understood.